Ascension, supernatural powers, being a sensitive, looking at the world around and observing nature. And then what you get from this when you've cleared your mind of the monkey, all the chatter that and all the things you've been filled up with. When you clear that, you will experience things more fully. You will see the paradise we are on. We are in God's paradise. You will start to you'll have these experiential experiences on a regular basis. So I was eating a piece of salmon, and I could taste where that fish had been. I could taste the salt water. I could taste plants. I could taste what that salmon had eaten, and I could feel it. I could feel the waters. I could feel the rushing waters going through that, and everybody's got these in them. You've got more senses than people will tell you. You've got more than five senses. You have a richer experience of life. And then I'm going to play a little part of a beautiful video where people are starting to become aware of their surroundings, where we're working with nature as opposed to going against it or coming in and just leveling it out and not looking around. We need everything that's here. There's no such thing as a weed. There are wild plants. And more often, all wild plants have qualities that are good for us, that in one way or another. Everything has its place here. And if we observe and we do things with awareness, with conscious awareness, we can nurture where we are and live better for ourselves, generations to come, our families, our own health, and all of that. And so I'm going to play this because this man came, there are people that are working on it, and we all can, and we can all demand no more poisons, no more sprays, no more monocultures. Just changing our ways a little can make everything great for everyone. Tell her. This is
agricultural revolution is not going to come through technology. It's going to come through, in a lot of cases, the old ways of doing things.
Mm-hmm. The miracle of salmon, where to begin? Salmon are amazing creatures, indicators of the environment. It's close to medicine as food gets, and a wonderful resource.
They're our identity in the Northwest. They are our buffalo. The Native Americans in the Northwest survived on salmon.
The ocean, on an annual basis, will pump like a heart, and it will push this life nutrient fish up and through our rivers. They fertilize the riparian areas, the trees. They feed the wolves, bears, eagles. Each fish that goes into each river is a physical and genetic reflection of the habitat that has evolved in for the last 10,000 years. And they all are unique.
I started this fishery in 1992 when I moved to the island, although I've fished commercially all my life since 1973. And it wasn't until 92 when I bought this gear that I really started to experience something different about fishing.
In the past, all fisheries were relatively robust. And so you could use gears that caught all species. Now we have some fisheries that aren't doing well and others that are doing really well. And we need to have gears so that a fisherman can catch the targeted fish without hurting the non-targeted fish and release those fish unharmed. If we're going to have salmon in the future, we need to look for new tools. But in this case, the solution is not a new tool, it's an ancient tool.
Go back to the past.
Well, out here on Lummi Island, we're looking at what's called a reef net fishery. And actually this fishery in slightly different form, but the same similar technique has been used for thousands of years out here by First Nations. It encourages the fish by the observation of what they think may be a reef, which is actually developed by ropes with small pieces of plastic hanging down from in the water. The fish comes up, thinks it's hitting a reef, and gets closer to the surface and closer to the surface. Individuals you'll see on these towers will be standing on top of the tower, actually looking into the water.
Oh, the whole job starts with spotting the fish. If we don't see them, we can't catch them. Typically, I'm in the headstand and I'm looking out over the water, trying to spot a school. A lot of times it's real obvious. You can see the fish plain as day swimming through. Other times it's just a very light color change or even just a feeling. When we spot them, there's a big commotion. Go, go, go. And the classic call is give her hell.
Instead of many fisheries where they're caught by their gills, they're just trapped in a purse and they slide them off into a live trap.
Haul the fish in, gently roll them in a pocket into our live well, immediately sort any non-targeted or protected species right back into the water to swim. And then the fish we do keep one by one, we'll individually handle, bleed, and immediately put onto slush ice.
It's like hard work. I pray for the people bringing us the
It
food.
is truly selective.
Thank
It's a passive gear that will allow the fisherman to catch the fish that it knows it's sustainable and release those that are not. This fishery is the most selective fishery that I know of. And I've been doing this for 26 years.
I don't know of another fishery that has a smaller footprint than we do.
The whole process, being able to target species so tightly and to basically have no bycatch. No other fishery can do that. Without reef netting, a lot of these people would not be here. It's not just a job. People are passionate about our fishery and what we do here. It matters how we do things, the way we individually handle fish one by one, the respect that we catch salmon with.
I think that learning from what we've done in the past has really helped us to figure out that we really do need to be taking care of the salmon and making sure that we are helping them to continue and to grow.
We're all doing our part to raise the level, the value and spiritual value too of the salmon. We're providing a model. We're showing that this can work. And every year we'll get a little tighter, we'll grow a little bit more, and you know, 1 foot in front of the other.
So you can go back and watch this. I'll put the link under my video. You know, I don't know exactly who these people are. I know there's a lot of good people in uh, in these groups, and these are just regular people, and they're trying to make a difference. This talks about also how cattle are being raised, and how some people they're bringing the buffalo back to the prairies where all of that works. And it's a nice little short 25-minute video. It made me feel good to see that people are thinking, they're looking around, they're thinking about the biodiversity on this planet, and how we can just do things in a more sane way. And by looking at how things were done in the past and how we can align with that and do things sane and smart and still have plenty. We have an abundant planet. It's flat. We live on a flat plane. Do you think it's spinning? How could those people sit up on those boats if the earth was spinning? So rethink that. It's all about clearing your mind and thinking about things really in every area. And I'm not talking to you specifically, because if you're watching this video, you're already there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you will get something out of this video I'm sharing, and see you later.